Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Welcome to Onwards and Upwards. I am your host, Deirdre O'Regan. I am the Senior Director of Recruitment here at AMN International. We are so excited to have you join today. This is going to be a fun one. We are celebrating 4th of July, Independence Day, here in the United States, which is next week, 4th of July. And so we've got some amazing guests for you today that are going to tell you all about their journey to the United States and share what their experiences have been celebrating this amazing holiday. And it's a very special one this year, but I'm not going to give it away because we have a little bit of a fun quiz coming up a little bit later where we are going to test your knowledge. As we always do on these shows, please pop in here where you are listening in from. We love to see what parts of the world we have attending these shows. Good morning, Arlene. Arlene is a regular visitor to these shows, so thank you so much for joining us all the way from Jamaica. We have Catherine from Zambia. Welcome, Catherine. So please continue to pop that in. We love to see that, and we love to shout you out here on these shows for attending. As always, we would love to work with you and assist you on realizing your American dream and have the opportunity to celebrate this amazing holiday with us here in the United States. So as always, if you have not applied to us, please make sure that you do that. We're going to put the link up here for you to apply throughout the show today. So it is amnhealthcare.com/international. We have our team of expert recruiters that are on hand to help you every step of the way. They are sitting by the phone right now, ready to take your call. So please do so. You are so welcome, Catherine. We are so happy to have you here. So please do so. We will put that link out throughout the show today. As you may or may not know, if you are a regular viewer on this show, then of course you will. But AMN Healthcare International is the only organization that offers both direct hire and staffing opportunities. We are hiring for both across the United States. So get your application in. We want to work with you. If you have a current priority date, we have opportunities available immediately. So please make sure that you are getting your application in. Again, let's put that link up. It is amnhealthcare.com/international. So without further ado, hello, Charity. Without further ado, let's get our guests out and let's have some fun today. Good morning. Good morning. We have got Antonio, we have got Akil, and we have got Justa. So thank you so very much for joining us today. We cannot wait to hear all about your journey and how you plan to celebrate 4th of July next weekend and just your amazing experiences. So we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us this morning. So before we get into some questions and learning a little bit more about you, let's turn it over to our esteemed guest and for a brief introduction. The first person I see on my right is Antonio. So I am going to start with Antonio. If you could give us just introduce yourself to our amazing audience. Thank you, Antonio.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, and thank you for having me. My name is Antonio, and I'm a registered nurse for more than 15 years. I've been traveling across the Northern America, in Canada in particular, and from the UK and Saudi Arabia, as well as some area of British Isle. I say, how could I say this one? The British Isle, yes, in Jersey Island as well as in Jersey Island. My specialization is mostly in PACU and perioperative nursing, particularly ambulatory surgery, and as well as acute surgery unit.
Thank you. You are well traveled, Antonio. You have been to all corners of the earth. And I think you mentioned the British Isles. I'm
Yes.
from Ireland myself. So yes.
That's lovely.
Yeah. So we've got something in common already.
Yeah.
There
I
you
work
go.
in Dublin. I work in Dublin at some point.
I'm sure that when you were there, it was very rainy, very things. So right now there's a heat wave in Ireland. So everyone is just like, oh, I'm not used to this heat. So, but thank you so much. Justa, over to you.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Jasta Nyaga, and I'm originally from Kenya in Africa, but now, right now I'm working in New York, Binghamton, New York. I'm RN, working in rehab, step down surgical ward, and it's actually my first time to be outside Africa. So
Wow.
so much to talk about being here. I'm excited to be here. I'm happy with my progress. It wasn't easy, but here I am.
Thank you so much. We are so happy that you are here. Your first time outside Africa. How exciting. So we're very excited for you to share your stories with you. And you said, it wasn't easy. Anything worth doing, anything worth having is never easy, right? But look at you now. You made it. You're here. So we're very excited for you.
Mhm.
Akil, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Good morning here in San Francisco. My name is Akil. I'm originally from the Philippines. Right now, I'm working as a neurosciences ICU nurse here in UCSF in San Francisco. Unlike other nurses here, I guess, in the platform right now, I don't have a lot of like nursing experience at the time. I
Mhm.
was international flight attendant for like more than 5 years with Philippine Airlines uh, way back, and then started my nursing career during application with AMN. And right now, I've been doing ICU nursing, mostly in neurocritical neurosciences ICU.
Wow, so you're working at UCSF. How
Yes.
amazing. Do you love it? It's a
Yes,
great
super
facility.
super proud to be working with UCSF. I love the
Mhm.
complexity of like the patients,
Yes.
and like talking to the team and working firsthand with these great neurosurgeons and great minds. So I love the feeling, and I'm proud to be working with them.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations. And you are also very well traveled, being an international flight attendant
I
for a
know,
number
not
of
just
years.
Antonio. I'm
Yeah. What an exciting, what an exciting job. So thank you so much for being here. Antonio, tell us a little bit about why you chose AMN to help you on your American dream.
One of the main reason I chose AMN Healthcare International was because of the positive experiences shared by my friends who are already having an AMN contracts. Hearing their stories about how supportive and how reliable the company is throughout their journey gave me the confidence to pursue the same path. Looking back, I'm truly grateful for the experience from the time I was preparing for my NCLEX until the transition from the priority date until the visa, all steps of the way. AMN representative always seemed there to help me out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you mentioned that you chose us because of the experience that some of your friends had had.
Yes.
All right. So anyone who's listening, if you have friends, family members, colleagues who are interested in learning more, we would be honored to assist them, just like Antonio. And you could be Antonio here, about to celebrate 4th of July next week. I love your excitement, Antonio. You bring a lot of great energy. We love it. And it's early in the morning, not too early,
It
but pretty
is
early in
early
the
in the
morning.
morning.
So no, we love that. Justa, same question for you. Why did you choose AMN to help you?
Um, I was working with a colleague back in Kenya, and she was introduced to AMN by a relative. So she was in it, and she approached me and she told me, "Oh, there is this thing, like we have to you join this agency and they help people go abroad." Initially, I didn't take it. I didn't. It was not easy for me to believe. I was like,
Mhm.
I think there's so many fraud going around. So how do
Right.
you believe it's true? Do you know anybody who has made it through with it? So I was so sensitive about it. I really needed the evidence. When she told me the brother-in-law and the sister use the same agency, I still insisted on, can I talk to them? Can you put them on camera so that they can really convince me that they did this and where they are and what they are doing so that I can start? Well, she didn't want to do it alone. She needed company, maybe to study and
Yeah.
share the journey. And well, she was a little bit ahead of me, but I was more than convinced that it is working. And I decided to follow suit.
Awesome. Thank you. So you said a little bit about you were nervous about, is this real? So you bring up a great point, Justa. So any communication that you receive from AMN Healthcare will come from our official email address. So if you've got any questions about a communication that has come your way or it seems a little off, just always reach back out to us to make sure that it is actually a legitimate communication, because
Right.
we want to make sure that you have all of the information that you need in order to advance to the next step. So thank you for referencing that. Just I know that can be a concern for many, in
Mhm.
especially in choosing who you want to work with. Akil, same question for you.
I think just to relate it with Antonio, it started with a friend. So it
Mhm.
started with a conversation with my friend, who already gone through the process of like their experience with AMN. So that was like way back 2021, 2022. And it kind of like encouraged me to look further with AMN. And at the time, I have like a lot of questions, lots of uncertainties about
Mhm.
becoming a nurse in the United States. But after hearing this like, experience from that friend that successfully done, uh, and it kind of like make me feel that my journey is like
Mhm.
much more achievable. I think kind of like relating to my experience, I don't have a lot of nursing experience, and AMN will really help you or guide you, like or and prepare you for those
Mhm.
experiences, and to relate it to like the US healthcare. So that's why I think that's the very most important why I picked AMN is because of their backing, their
Mhm.
their support in general from the very first process up to the end.
Thank you. So we've heard from all of you. It was the support, and I love that all of you had positive experiences from your friends.
Yes.
So there's no better recommendation than one of your friends, right? So
No.
we are honored to have gotten positive feedback from each and every one of your friends, and just honored that you chose us to help you on your journey. I've had a little visitor join me in my office, so if he wants to say hello later, I'll see if he wants to say hello. But Theo the Golden Doodle has joined the show, so he may show his face here in a little bit, but we shall see. Hopefully, he behaves. So anyway, Antonio, you've lived around the world.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about where you live now.
Well, I currently live in Jackson, and honestly, Jackson in Mississippi. And
Mhm.
honestly, my experience has been very different from what I expected before moving here. Prior to coming here in Mississippi, much of what I heard about Jackson focused on negative news. Stories such as crime rate, traffic accidents, and like many people, I formed certain perceptions based on those reports and was unsure what life here would really be like. However, after arriving and experiencing the city firsthand, I quickly realized that there is much more to Jackson than the headlines. What stood out to me most was the genuine Southern hospitality. The people here are warm, they are kind, and very welcoming. My colleagues in the hospital have been incredibly, very, very supportive. They
Mhm.
are very respectful and very understanding as well. Coming from a different background, in my background from Canada, we are using a different healthcare system. When I arrived here, they are very patient with me when it comes to adjusting to whatever system we are using here in the United States. And my transition here became very easy because of these people. So yes, and overall, I think Jackson has been a positive experience for me. People here are more laid back, more relaxed compared to larger cities. Traffic in general is very manageable, and people seems to value healthy work balance. So this, and also the sense of community here makes me feel like I'm very welcome, and they are very approachable as well. So yeah.
Thank you. And you mentioned that you had a different perception about what that would be like, and now you're living there and you love it. And we hear that all the time. It's very important to do your research, right? It is very important, but also maybe reach out to people who live in that area. Talk to your recruiter, talk to your case manager,
Mhm.
and what the experience about living and working in that area is going to be like. Because just like Antonio, you can read certain things,
Yeah.
and while some of it may be accurate, it really is important to speak to someone who's living and breathing in that area. So, Justa, tell us a little bit about Binghamton in New York.
Oh, so now when coming to New York, the the mention of the name itself, New York, was very exciting because
Yeah.
everybody was like, New York is one of the largest cities in America. So you're gonna be in a very big city. So every time I was like, what is it gonna be like? How am I gonna survive in a big city? I've never been in a big city before, not even in my country. I didn't used to live in the city. So I was very nervous about coming and how I'm gonna navigate my way around, how I'm gonna settle. Uh, but when I got into the city from Africa, I knew somebody was waiting to meet me and
Yes.
drive me to my final destination. That was very comforting. So I spent the night eagerly waiting to meet this person. The following morning, that night she contacted me, and the following morning she still was waiting for me. I felt so much at home, and then she had to drive like 2 hours from the New York City to Binghamton. Um, so I kept on asking her how long she's gonna stay with me, because I also didn't want her to leave.
Yeah.
So when we got to Binghamton, we found the landlord waiting for us. Oh, I was like, oh my goodness, everybody is waiting for me everywhere. So that was very good of it. And then she took me around to see, like, this is where your kids are gonna go to school, because I didn't know about, like, if you're in a certain location, your children have to be in the same
Mhm.
location, school location. So she was kind of explaining so many things to me that were very new, because back in my country, you can take your kids near or far. So my first week was very easy because of her. She took me to where I'm currently working. We didn't get inside, but now I was able to get the geography of the place. And when she left, I had to be on my own, getting lost, getting home every time on different routes using the Google map.
Uh-huh.
And I would be very nervous about that. At my
Thanks.
workplace, my colleagues were very excited because I think I was the only Black person there. Well, they told me there are other Black people working in different units. I'm going to meet them with time. So they were very welcoming. They were very kind. And the manager there let me interact with them. And she told me, I want you to interact with your colleagues. Then come tell me who you want to be who you want to be your preceptor. That was again very good because somebody might think one person is good for you and end up not being very helpful to you.
Yeah.
So my few days, like 3, 4 days of interaction, I was able to tell her the person that I wanted, and she brought out the best out of me during my orientation time.
Oh,
So
that's so
back at home,
wonderful.
I felt good because of the landlord. At work, I felt good about my in charge and my preceptor. So I stayed here for like 3 months. And at the end of my orientation, I had to go back again to Africa to bring my kids before their visa could expire.
Oh my
And yeah,
goodness, that what a journey. Thank you. So it sounds like you are thriving, and I'm so glad that you mentioned our community liaisons who are the first people you see when you land on the ground here, and they are amazing, and they make sure that you've got everything you need. Akil, tell us about San Francisco.
San Francisco is very diverse. I love living here and working here. But relating to Justa, uh, I like AMN will create the staff just for you. But my US journeys started back in Bismarck in North Dakota.
Hmm.
And I'll never kind of like forget arriving there as someone who had worked as an international flight attendant. I had already been to like many big cities around the world, but Bismarck in North Dakota was actually the bigger adjustment because it was so different from what I was used to.
Yes.
What made the transition easier when I arrived there in North Dakota was AMN. I still remember arriving and knowing there was like someone, just like what Justa mentioned, there to help me. So I was amazed because it's like very individualized. They will ask you, like, "Oh, did you get your or maybe today we could go to like uh, get your driver's license, or maybe today since you just arrived here we could grab your mattress in Walmart, or grab your groceries, etc., etc." So that big help really was something. And then that staff will guide you through the process from like getting your social security, getting your driver's license, as I mentioned, and lots of more. And then in a way, that staff will become your friend. So shout out to Kelly. And since then, I lived in Bismarck, in North Dakota. I moved to Chicago, worked there
Mhm.
for like a year and so and a half, and then now here in San Francisco. Each place is like very different, but what stands out the most is I never felt alone during the journey or during the process. And I think even though I'm not in my first hospital or first location, I'm always telling my friends that I'm really, really grateful with AMN and how support, they gave me during that primitive year that I was here in US or North Dakota, to be specific.
Awesome. Thank you. And again, it's kind of like you mirror what Antonio shared with us a little bit ago. It's that, you might have this perception of where you want to be. It might be a big city, it might be,
Yes.
but really, there's the United States has so much to offer. Everywhere is very different. And, where you arrive may not be where you end up, but the experiences that you gain from being in those areas are truly they lend so much experience to you, and so I love that you shared that with us, Akil. Thank you so much. And yes, San Francisco is very exciting. Antonio, do you remember your first Fourth of July here in the United States? What was that like?
To be completely honest, I have not had the opportunity to fully celebrate the 4th of July,
Okay.
mainly because I'm always working as well overtime.
I love
Not because I
that.
don't
I
like
love that.
large crowds or whatsoever. However, since moving here in the US, I became more curious about this important holiday. My colleagues are so hype about the holiday. They are like,
Mhm.
come with us, let's celebrate, have barbecue. I think later this afternoon in here in Mississippi, we will be having a hot air balloon festival later around 6 o'clock. which I am especially excited about because after that there's a fireworks display, and there's so much things to do. I hear there's a lot of family events later on, and there's like what you call this one. There will like a lot of stall, a lot of but a flea market as well, which is I'm so excited to I can choose whatever I want to buy in there.
Yes.
As an international nurse in here in the US, moments like this feels makes me feel like I'm at home. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited for you. Have fun tonight. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we're going to do a fun quiz right now for to test our knowledge. It's multiple choice, so we have a chance of getting it right. So I'd love the audience to participate with us as well as our panel of guests. So let's pull up our first question, and please participate in the chat as well. So the 4th of July celebrates what US holiday? Is it A, Martin Luther King Jr. Day? Is it B, Memorial Day? Or is it C, Independence Day? So put your guesses in the chat and let's see who is right. And I am going to nominate one of our panel to see if they know the answer. Justa, do you think it's A, B, or C?
It's
Okay,
C.
let's go to. Yes, it is C. Awesome. Great job. Thank you. Okay, let's pull up our next question. How many stars are on the US flag? Is it A 50, B 55, C 57, or D 67? Let's put our, okay, we have answer C, we have an A in the chat. Akeem, what do you think the answer is?
It's letter A. Represents like 50 states in the United States.
Okay, you are correct. The answer is A. So nice job. We have one more question, I believe. Okay, so I alluded to this when we kicked off the show. This year, the US is celebrating a big Independence Day birthday. The US is celebrating how many years of independence this 4th of July? Is it 150? Is it 250? C, 350? Or D, 450? Let's take the guesses in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, we have an A. All right, any other guesses? Okay, we've got a B. Okay. All right. Antonio, what do you think the answer is?
It is letter B, 250th.
Okay, yes, the answer is B. So nice job to our panel. That was fun. And we have Renin. Yes, the answer is B. Divine, you are correct. Renin, you are correct. It is B. So lots and lots of amazing celebrations are going to be happening over the next week here to celebrate this wonderful milestone. So wherever you are tuning in from and our esteemed panel of guests, I hope that you've got some fun things planned. But let's talk about the festivities in and of itself. So Justa, what would you say every international nurse needs to do on 4th of July? Where do they need to go? What do they need to experience?
I think every international nurse on the 4th of July needs to be on off duty in the first day. They need to take a break off work because they've not been in this country during these international days. They need to be out, getting to know what is happening outside there. Secondly, they don't have to be indoors. They need to give approval. We gave you an off to go and celebrate the 4th of July. So what did you celebrate in connection to our country? I think it should be like that.
All right. So everybody needs to be off, and everybody needs, and Antonio is nodding his head. But we are just, you've got a tremendous work ethic and a commitment to your patients. So, but I do hope that you get to experience some fun, because there's going to be a lot of festivities. Akil, what is your favorite 4th of July tradition?
Just like Antonio mentioned, I was spending my first, I think, 4th of July, way back 2023 and 2024 working because it's a holiday and we definitely want a holiday pay. so, uh, but this coming 4th of July, it will be my day off. So thank you for sharing that, Justa. Maybe I will go to like the San Francisco like bridge or like open public space and experience 4th of July there firsthand. But I know maybe I'll definitely enjoy it. Maybe there will be fireworks. I know 4th of July is very big with fireworks and these festivities, food, which I love. And but to answer your question, I haven't had any 4th of July experience so far because I'm always working. But in even though we have these like holidays, we're not just like always completely working. We're celebrating it in the unit too. So some staff or I must say everybody would bring their like share of like food or like do potlucks and just celebrate 4th of July in the unit, maybe celebrating it with patients and their families too. And I think that's what's most important. Like, not despite this, like not seeing fireworks outside, but really enjoying and relating to the 4th of July. It could be because you're here in the States already. It could be just reminiscing your life or like connecting to your life before and like the transition that you made from I came from the Philippines to here in the States. It could be that celebration. It could be any other celebration. But yeah, that I'm so excited about my 1st of July experience that will be happening next week.
We are so excited for you. Please send us pictures of the amazing festivities that are going to happen in San Francisco. So, Antonio, Akil mentioned, celebrating in the hospital, celebrating on the unit. So there are lots of holidays in the U.S. Besides 4th of July, which we're going to celebrate next week. But how has celebrating the holidays with your colleagues, with the friends that you have made, coworkers, how has that helped in building relationships here in the United States for you?
I actually feel like every day is holiday in our unit.
Wow.
Imagine having people bringing a lot of food, like a potluck per day. And some of the doctor also brings whatever food that they can order online. And I was like, are we having like a festival every day in here? Because there's a lot of food. There's something to celebrate every single in our unit. So even though it is not holiday officially, we feel like we are celebrating every single day, from a simple birthday celebration, anniversary, someone having a pet, someone having a baby, someone having a breakup. And yeah, and we are celebrating every single episodes of their life. That's what I like about the unit I'm working with. We're in. They involve everyone. They treat everyone as a family.
Now we know why you love working so much. It's like a party every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
like to be in
yeah.
that
So
unit too.
that's that's amazing. You want to work a lot because it's so much fun. Justa, so you mentioned you came from Kenya. Are there any traditions, holiday traditions that you celebrated in Kenya that you continue to do here in the US? And what does that look like for you?
Well, Our celebrations in Kenya are completely different from here because
Mhm.
back in my country, like if it's like the Independence Day, we have a dress code for that day. So we go maybe to a designated area like maybe what do you call it? Like the well, maybe a designated area like a big compound where people are going to gather and
Mhm.
we do our celebration and we have our county representatives talking to us and various people. It's kind of, okay, it may look like a political rally, but it's not political rally. It's a celebration kind of. And then you find most of the time people are wearing clothes that match with that day, but I haven't seen that much here. What I've seen here is the the flag. The
Yes.
American people really love their American flag. So whenever there is something that involves many people, you find everybody becoming with their American flags. So not to be left out, you also have to carry that American flag too. Um, that's a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because in my countries, we say when you go to Rome, you got to do what the Romans do. So, when you come to America, you have to fit into what the Americans do. But when I go back home, then I got to dress up in my Kenyan attire and maybe forget about American flag and carry the Kenyan flag. Yeah,
So
just basically like that.
yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of fun though. So regardless of where you were born, where you live now, there are many celebrations, and we all come together to celebrate each and every occasion. So I think that that's wonderful. I'd love to see some pictures as well, Justa. I'm sure that it is a lot of fun for everybody who attends. Akil, one of the most important things about Fourth of July, any holiday really, is the food, right? So I know you said that you're always working, but it sounds like you celebrate on the unit with your patients, their families, your colleagues. What should everybody try on Fourth of July?
That's a hard question, but I think you can't go wrong with the classic American barbecue. You know, in the
Uh-huh.
Philippines, we have a lot of this like barbecue recipes. But here in the US, they do have a lot of barbecue recipes too. They do have like Texan barbecue and all of this stuff. North Dakota has a different kind of barbecues too. So maybe stick with that. And then there's a lot of other food to try too for the 4th of July, but the mainstays are like could be burgers, you know, hot
Uh-huh.
dogs, ribs, and but generally in all, you know, all of these like food is really good if you're going to spend it outdoors, which I'll be doing next week with friends. And I think I'm kind of like excited with that very first 4th of July American experience that I will be experiencing. And yeah.
All right. We're excited for you. So I'm going to do just a couple rapid fire questions here. So these are yes or no, right? Just to see where we're at. Antonio, hot dogs, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Just fireworks, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. We love
Yes.
fireworks. Sometimes our puppies not so much,
Oh
but
yes.
we love fireworks. Okay, Akil, apple pie, yes or no?
No.
No,
Sorry.
why? I'm glad we got a no because it can't be yes to absolutely
I
everything.
love apples. I just don't like apple pies.
Okay, okay. Well, there you go. So we got a yes to hot dogs, a yes to fireworks, and a no to
Mhm.
apple pie. So we got a good balance there.
Yes. This is
Uh,
what I love, US. They value diversity.
exactly, exactly. So what is your favorite dessert then, if you don't like apple pie?
uh, I do like leche flan. It's like a
Mm,
custard thing,
yeah.
mixed with milk and then some like brown sugar on top of it. It's a very classic, I must say, like Filipino dessert. It came from like I think from other cultures too, but we can like perfected that
Yeah.
ingredients and that dish, and I really like that, and kind of like reminds me of home, you know.
Okay. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds lovely.
Yeah,
Ireland's not known for its desserts either, so mine would be mint chocolate chip ice cream. Very, very, very
I
plain.
love
Love
mints.
it. Love it. And give it to me all day, every day. Antonio, what were you most surprised by when you moved here to the United States?
I think the one thing that surprised me the most is the culture. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Prior to arriving here in Mississippi, I have this misconception about the place, a prejudice actually. But when I arrived here, it's the total opposite of everything. Like people are warm, kind, welcoming. So the food, you guys should come and visit the southern part of the US.
Mm-hmm.
The food is amazing. Fried chicken here tastes different. The tahine, if you ever heard about tahine, it's
Yeah.
perfect for everything. Put it in ice cream, put it in your drinks, in your margarita, put it in your tequila. The saltiness and the spicy of this tahine is something different. It's out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Awesome. That is, yeah, tahine is good, isn't it? Have you tried it on watermelon?
everything, even for a simple
Everything. Okay. Absolutely everything. Justa, the same question for you. What surprised you most when you first arrived here to the US?
So I was surprised by just simple things like every house has to have an address, like everybody has to know where another person is. I was also surprised by the Americans building mansions out of wood. I had never seen this. And I was surprised by the road networks in America. They seem like they are not headed anywhere and they are going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
true.
We just want to make sure that everyone's doing okay. So that's why we want to know where you are to make sure that you're okay. And yes, there are a lot of roadworks all the time. But that's progress, right? Especially in those larger cities. Akil, same question to you. What surprised you most when you first arrived here to the US?
I think um what surprised me is like the possibility of these like career advancements here in the United States. You know, way back in the Philippines, what I'm thinking is if you're a nurse, you'll be just like a bedside nurse. You know, you could grow, maybe like become one of the leaders one day. But here in the United States, there's like a lot of roadworks. You know, lot. It's like a web. If
Yeah.
you don't feel like okay, I don't want to go bedside. There's this like EIC thing or virtual thing right now. Still pays the same. You know, so or if you want to advance your career, which I'm doing right now, I'm enrolled in a nurse practitioner program, and I think the sense of like possibility that you could end up in like lots of places, different places, not just being an RN. So that's what I think I want to say to like AMN viewers right now, that you could always grow in whatever you want to here in the United States, and always possible. And yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I love seeing all these pictures. Antonio, was that the bean in Chicago
It
that you're
is.
standing in front of? Yeah, and
I've been there. Yeah, I
Akil
was
used to
there a
live
couple of years.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something in common with you both. And Akil, was that a Daisy Award I saw?
Yes, we just celebrated the Nurses Week or Nurses Month,
Yes.
say like last May, and I won the Daisy Award for our hospital for that specific It was just super recent, last month. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
That's amazing. Congratulations on your Daisy Award. Antonio, if you could go back in time, what would you say to yourself on day one here in the United States? What advice would you give yourself?
I would say that be kind to yourself. Take a breath. You're not supposed to figure out everything in a single day. Be kind, be really, really kind to self. There will be moments that you feel like you're out of place, confused, or like everyone else. You're just seeing their highlight reel. It's totally different. Trust the process. Even if it feels slow and messy, the adjustment, the learning curves, the little culture shocks, you're all part of it. One day, the things that feels overwhelming, that will just be a normal life, just like what I'm doing now.
Awesome. Thank you. And be open, right? Yeah, both you and Akil shared that when you first arrived to your initial place, you're still in Jackson. Akil first was in North Dakota. The perception of that was not truly the reality, and you both did really, really well. So be open to different experiences and let us help you guide the way. If we can put the link to apply in the chat again, we're getting a lot of questions about being very excited, wanting to apply. Catherine says this is very encouraging. So there's no testimonial like someone who has lived it, as going through it and living the American dream. Justice said it's not easy, but it is certainly worth it. So the link is up here again. We did put the link in the chat for you. So go ahead and submit your application today. Our expert recruiters who have worked with Antonio, Akil, and Justa are ready and waiting to speak with you and take you on the next step to realizing your American dream. Justa, what plans do you have for next weekend? Are you going to a barbecue or are you working?
No, I'm not working. I was very particular about talking to my manager about the 4th, because last year I was working and I didn't want to work this year. So my kids are excited over cars, different type of cars. And then it happens on 4th of July, there's a place they are having a car show of different kind of cars. They call it Pixars, something like that. Pixars car show. So that's where we are gonna be, because after that there's gonna be fireworks. And they're gonna be offering a lot of foods.
Yes.
So I think our day is set. We are gonna be there the whole day.
How fun. You're going to a car show. Please send us photos of that. That would be amazing. We want lots of photographs. And Antonio, I know you're working, but take photographs of the celebrations and on the unit. I know there will be. This is a big one, 250 years. Everybody is going to be celebrating.
Lots of snow.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you know we're going to talk about it in a little bit to kind of wrap up the show. But we have a photo contest going on right now, so please submit those amazing photos that you're going to have over this weekend, so that you can be entered into it. And here it is. It's the Summer of Soccer, the World Cup photo and video contest. So we all know that the World Cup is being played here in the United States. Are you guys watching the games or? Yes. Okay. So
we just went to Dallas last week for the match of Argentina and Austria.
You did? Oh, how exciting. So you guys can submit your entries at kinetics.usa.com/contest. So please make sure that you're sending all of your photos into us. That applies to everybody, not just our esteemed guests, but we look forward to receiving those photos and videos. So how exciting that you got to see a World Cup game.
It is.
Right? That is amazing. That's amazing. amazing. Was it so
Right.
much fun?
It is so much fun, although the street smells like piss because everybody smells like beer as well. But the
Oh,
the crowd, the
well,
positive
how
energy is
wonderful.
like
Ireland didn't make it this year, so but I'm still rooting for whoever wins. It's so exciting to have it being hosted here in the United States. So before we let you go, I do have one more question. Let's start with Akil. Um, what would you advise anybody who's listening in with us today? And they're thinking, I'm not sure if I'm ready. I'm not sure if I can take the next step. What advice would you give them?
I think you need to trust yourself. It's that you belong here in the US. Believe me, my friend, I've been an international flight attendant for like 5 years. I don't have any bedside experience prior to that. I just picked my first bedside experience during the height of the pandemic. And, like going through these changes, uh, I'm always like feeling that I'm like one step ahead from my like colleagues because I partnered with AMN. So I think that's my major advice. Maybe you could talk to them. You could apply in their one of the links that was shown earlier, and then just start your process, start your journey. Send your resume. They will not charge you. So
free.
yeah,
Absolutely.
but they will do like a free assessment and where you're standing at, like, oh, maybe you're still lacking 1 year of experience. Maybe you could just do that and then, go back to us in a year and then we'll start the process and stuff like that. And I think, conversation in general is very, very important because done other than like guessing what's about to happen, maybe start talking to like someone, and that conversation will for sure give you like lots of possibilities. So yeah, start with AMN, and for sure, once you kind of like start with some other else, you can really compare like the difference of like the care, the the assistance about this like processes than any other recruit,
Right.
because I did that. So this is like my personal experience.
Thank you. And we're so honored that you chose us to be your partner
Oh,
on
I'm
this
so
journey
lucky,
with
my
you.
friend. Believe me,
Yeah.
I'm so lucky. I just felt that it was super smooth. Like
Yeah.
everybody's so understanding, everybody's communicating well, and that's what I like. And
I love that, and I love that you said when you speak with us, we kind of talk about your experience, where you're at right now, but most importantly, we give you a plan, a roadmap on how to
yes,
get where you need to and want to be in order to thrive here in the United States, because that's our goal, right? Is to
mm,
get you to a place where you will continue to gain that experience, and in Akil's example is he started in North Dakota, got that great experience, and now working for a very large, prestigious facility in the United States. So, with that experience was all important in allowing you to take that next step. So and Antonio, same question for you. What advice would you give anybody who may not be quite there yet as to take the next step?
Right. So all the nurses watching today, whether you're applying through AMN or waiting for your chance to immigrate, my biggest advice is this: always trust the process, but don't sit idle in it. So there will be
true.
waiting seasons, paperwork, visa timelines, priority dates. It can feel slow and uncertain, but don't confuse waiting with doing nothing. This is the time to grow, sharpen your skills, and become the nurse you promised yourself you'd be when the opportunity finally comes. Be ready when your moment arrives. I always think of this like an airport. The plane won't wait for you forever. When your opportunity is cold, you need to be prepared to board. Not rushing, not scrambling, but ready. So don't procrastinate, do your research, strengthen your practice, learn, improve, ask questions, and stay consistent. Um, and when your priority date comes or becomes current or your chance opens up, do not hesitate. Step into it with confidence, knowing you didn't just wait for this opportunity, you prepared for it.
Thank you. That was so well said. And I love how you referenced it that it's like an airport. When your group is called, you
Uh,
need to be ready. And so things that you can do during the waiting period, which may feel long, but there is so much that you can do in order to be prepared and be ready, just like Antonio said, so that there's not going to be further delays. Pass your English, right? That's going to be really, really important. Be ready, be prepared. Don't let that delay you. Continue working at the bedside to continue to sharpen those skills. So thank you, Antonio. Justa, we're going to ask you what your final words of advice are to everybody who is listening in. And so over to you, Justa.
Well, my advice is take the first step because most of us thought maybe America belongs to other people, and maybe without a lot of money, you can never make it to be a nurse in America. So my advice is take the first step, join the AMN. One thing I realized, the AMN will not give up on you, even when you feel like giving up on yourself. They are there to call you every time they feel like you're lagging behind. They are there to find out why you're lagging behind. They are there to give you ideas of how to move forward. And they will not stop until they make sure that you've gotten to where you really wanted to be initially. And if the others have made it without even thinking so much of how much they couldn't have made it, then you also out there can make it even better than those who have already made it.
What great advice. Thank you so much. All three of you are so inspiring. I have goosebumps listening to all of your stories and your experiences. And I just want to say thank you again for sharing them all with us. I look forward to having you on another one of our shows because you were truly amazing. And the comments that are in the chat are just heartwarming, celebrating all of your experiences with you. So thank you so much for taking the time to spend an hour with us today. We could go on for another 2 to 3 hours with all of the inspiring stories that you have shared with us. I want to say thank you again. Whatever you are doing next weekend to celebrate the 4th of July, have fun, be safe, and remember to share your photos and your videos with us, and we can enter them into that photo contest, but we just want to see all the fun you're having anyway. So share them with us. I am so happy that Theo the Golden Doodle has cooperated so far. So obviously someone doesn't have the audacity to walk past my house because he doesn't like that. But hopefully you guys can get to meet him on the next show that you are on. So thank you again. Enjoy the 4th of July celebrations and festivities wherever you are celebrating them. And we look forward to having you on another show. You guys were amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. And nice to meet you, Justin.
Nice.
Nice to meet you too.
You guys, lifelong friends now.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try tahine. Is that what?
Yes,
Yes,
you have to.
I was like
perfect for
researching it,
everything.
and I can't find the
Swear.
exact spelling. How
Oh
do you
my
spell it,
goodness.
Antonio?
Here. Tahini. I think it's a Mexican spices for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
And also
yeah.
chamoy. Chamoy
Oh,
is
yeah, I know
perfect
chamoy.
for fruits.
Yeah. Oh, we want pictures of all the foods that everybody is going to be trying. And thanks for that tip, Antonio. I'm sure everybody is going to be trying that as soon as we wrap up
You will be
this show.
shocked.
Exactly. Okay, thank you very much. And I look forward to having you on an upcoming
AMN.
show.
Thank you, Deirdre.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. How fun was that? Those three are amazing. Loved their inspiring stories. Loved that they shared all of their experiences with us. We could have gone on for another hour, but we want to be respectful of their time as well in sharing that with us. So let's get on to some upcoming shows that we are going to talk about. So we have our immigration Q&A, our monthly immigration Q&A on July 17th. We should have another visa bulletin at that point. So we'll meet with our expert attorneys in answering all of your questions there. And then we talked about English and the importance of English, but we get a lot of questions about which exam should I take? Which one is recognized in most states? So we're going to go through all of that in the various English exams that are available and which one is best for you to take, which one is going to afford you the maximum opportunities across the United States. So we will go through each one and give you advice, tips, and tricks about how you can pass on your first attempt. This is something that you should be, it's just as important and urgent as your NCLEX exam is in order to work here in the United States as an international nurse. So if you are in the process and you have not taken that English exam yet and you want to learn more about the resources that we offer, then please reach out to us and we would be happy to share that with you. And we do have our AMN Academy, which is every Wednesday. The first Wednesday and the third Wednesday, we focus on English preparation and we share success stories. So that is through in partnership with Niner, who we partner with in order to prepare you for that all-important English exam. And then the fourth Wednesday of every month, we have our dream jobs with our placement manager, Joy, who I'm sure is a very familiar face to you all. So that is our show for today. I hope that it was as much fun for you as it was for me. I want to say thank you again to our three guests who are just so inspiring. And if you're thinking about taking the next step, this could be you. Akil, I think that this is a perfect way to end our show. Can't thank AMN enough for helping make this journey possible. Believe in the process. Your time will come too, and wishing everyone the very best on their own journey. So that is from Akil. I could not find a better way to end our show today. Have a wonderful weekend. If you are here in the United States and celebrating 4th of July next weekend, have a wonderful celebration. Submit those photos for our photo contest. Be safe. And until next time, onwards and upwards.